This video is a celebration video. I have just ordered my own first copy of my book. The very first copy. I am about to hold, for the first time, in my hands, my own book. My first debut novel that I wrote on my own. So it's time for me to share with you the cover of my book, The Street Poet. Poetry on the walls, needles in the gutters, preachers on the corners, protesters on the roads, people begging on the streets. This is 21st century Melbourne. Johnny Locke, young and fragile, purposeless and paranoid, meets Jay Khan, a wanderer who writes letters to strangers while trapped in Melbourne during the pandemic. Thus begins Johnny's metamorphosis. He brands himself a street poet and begins roaming the city in search of stories, finding inspiration in the strangers and places that Jay teaches him to notice. Johnny's world grows larger as he learns to heed the forgotten stories, entangling his own in the tales of the streets. Over a tumultuous 18-month period, he confronts his own delusions, exposes universally existential truths, and unveils the secrets of the city. The result is a dystopian rendering of modern Australian life from the eyes of a paranoid poet, the author's literary alter ego. This collection archives the transcriptions of Johnny's wanderings as a street poet. His recorded observations and encounters are preserved in typewritten diary entries, street-inspired poetry, and various other media forms. From drunken train rides and anti-vax protests to eavesdropped conversations and interactions with strangers, this is Johnny's Melbourne, a city flashing between hot and cold, welcoming and discordant. Romanticism and disillusionment are seamlessly braided into a raw, honest story about a young man navigating a turbulent world. From the co-author of There's a Tale to This City. I had the idea for the book cover one day, sort of out of the blue. I was thinking about Van Gogh's Skull of a Skeleton with Burning Cigarette. I just knew I wanted to sort of pay homage to that classic dark academia smoking skull. Because regardless of what I think about Van Gogh, I have always loved that painting. So I had Robin Walden do a photo shoot with me. I was dressed up in a Peaky Blinders style cap while standing in an alleyway, smoking a cigarette. I sent these photos to Shukran, an artist from my hometown who came up with this beautiful painting. I had my friend Jay, who I'm currently co-writing another book with, to do up the cover design, from the arrangement and colours to the typewritten title. Until around a month ago when I realised the cover still wasn't really conveying the, cut up Sex Pistols Riot Girl vibe I initially had in my mind. So I went through the magazines I use for collage and cut out the letters for the title. The result was this final cover, which I called the punk version, and now the official cover of The Street Poet. I'm really thankful for you sticking around and watching this novel develop with me. I hope you'll enjoy being able to hold the book as much as I'm about to enjoy it.